My father, a giant of a man, looked small in the hospital bed. His booming laugh, the one that always filled our house with warmth, was now a raspy whisper. He needed a kidney transplant. It was his only hope. "You're a match," the doctor said, his voice gentle but firm. "It's the best chance he has." I didn't hesitate. He was my dad. I would do anything for him. Fear, cold and clammy, gripped me, but it was outweighed by a fierce determination. I would save him. This was my chance to give back a lifetime of love. The pre-transplant procedures were a blur of blood tests, scans, and endless forms. Each step brought us closer, closer to the surgery, closer to his recovery, closer to hearing his laugh echo through the house again. Little did I know one test would change everything. It wasn't supposed to be a big deal, just a formality. Then the phone rang. "There seems to be a discrepancy." The nurse's voice wavered on the other end of the line. Discrepancy? What did that even mean? My heart pounded against my ribs. "We need you to come in," she continued. "And maybe bring your mother." My mother? Why would they need my mother? A knot of dread tightened in my stomach. This wasn't just a formality. Something was wrong. Terribly wrong. The sterile white walls of the doctor's office seemed to close in on me. My mother sat beside me, her face pale, her hand gripping mine so tightly it hurt. The doctor's words hit me like a physical blow. The HLA typing results. "You're not a match. In fact, you're not biologically compatible at all. Not biologically compatible." The words echoed in my ears. My mind struggled to make sense of them. He was my father. I was his daughter. We were a family, weren't we? The car ride home was a silent torment. My mind raced, each frantic thought fueled by fear and confusion. When we finally walked through the front door, the familiar scent of my childhood home felt alien, suffocating. I turned to my mother, demanding answers. "Mom, what's going on? Tell me the truth." My voice cracked, the carefully constructed wall of composure crumbling. Her eyes, filled with a lifetime of unspoken pain, met mine. The truth spilled out in a torrent of tears and whispered confessions. My father, the man who raised me, who taught me to ride a bike and tie my shoes, wasn't my biological father. The man I was ready to give my kidney to save, was not blood. He never knew. I didn't know. And my mother, burdened by a secret that had haunted her for years, begged me to keep it that way. The weight of her secret, of my truth, pressed down on me. How could I save a man who wasn't really my father? How could I keep this from him, from the man who deserved honesty more than anyone I knew? The life I thought I knew, the unshakable foundation of our family, had crumbled beneath my feet. The decision to donate my kidney was no longer simple, no longer rooted in the clear-cut certainty of biology. It was a choice tangled in a web of love, loyalty, and betrayal. But as I looked at my father, his face etched with pain and hope, I knew what I had to do. He needed me. And maybe, just maybe, by saving his life, I could somehow begin to save my own. The truth, however, remained a tangled knot in my heart, a secret I wasn't sure I was ready to unravel. If you enjoy content like this, subscribe.